Hello, welcome. My name is Dan. This is my first league race with the RWB lot. They're a brilliant bunch of lads. This is our first race in the season. There's going to be a total of 12 races. I will probably be uploading them all. But yeah, here we go. This is the first race. I'm going to cut it down. This is about a 45-minute race. I've cut it down to about 13 minutes. Because there was a lot of driving about with not much going on. So yeah, this is the first lap. It was quite neat, quite good. I didn't really crash into anyone. I made a couple of mistakes throughout the race that I kicked myself over, but all in all, it was a decent race and fantastic driving by the other guys. So yeah, I'll leave you to it. Have fun. Right, coming up to this corner now was my first major mistake. I just went way too deep into the corner, missed the braking zone entirely, and it let these three in front of me, which was my first mistake of this race. Luckily, I managed to keep it on the track. Well, barely kept it on the track, but we kept it going at least, and kept up with them. And you'll see they do slowly start to pull away, but I do bring it back. So yeah, enjoy. Okay, right, the next set of videos is me gaining on these two ever so slightly. Well, as you can see, the white BMW at this point is putting a lot of pressure on the red BMW, properly challenging him in those corners, right on his tail. I don't know what happened. I don't know whether his tyres went off, but the red Beamer just, for some reason, was just pulling in slower and slower lap times every time. I mean, I cocked up this corner a little bit, went far too deep into there. But as you can see here, this is a couple laps on. The Beamer has actually overtaken him now, and we are slowly starting to catch up on them. I guess all their fighting caused them to lose a bit of lap time, whereas I just had a clean stretch of road in front of me. So yeah, this next section of the video is essentially me catching up to the BMW in front of me. So yeah. Okay, this next clip, just look how much speed I had through this corner in comparison to him. That pretty much decided it for me. At this point I was right on his tail, and I knew that it just give me a lap or so and I would have him. It was not pulling in fast enough lap times, and I just had that edge on him through the corners. Funny enough, he had the speed in the straights. He was pulling away from me on the straights. He just did not have the cornering speed as I did at this point in time. So I'm sure in a moment you will see me overtake him. Finally get past him. Now this next section I was particularly proud of. On both of our points, it was fantastic driving from him, and I'd say some really good driving from me. See, I was right up on his tail. I kind of poked my nose down the inside, so he knew I was there. And what I did, I braked early on this corner, causing him to go for a wide line, thinking that I was still on the inside, which gave me the speed right through there, get right up in his grill. Coming through this corner, he went wide to try and defend from me. But it gave me the speed that I managed to get right up alongside him. Now, this overtake I wasn't particularly proud of. It was a bit of a mistake on my part. I thought I could dive in there, but he cornered right in, and I managed to tap him just a little bit there, a little bit more than I wanted to. I did apologise in-game to him, and I apologise again now. It wasn't a very smooth manoeuvre, and I would have liked to have done that better. So yeah, for pretty much for the rest of this race, nothing much more happened. I mean, as you can see, he's keeping up for me very well. He was right up on my tail, using my slipstream to keep right up close to me. He was doing a brilliant job of it, a fantastic driver. I believe his name was RWB Rodders. I believe that was who it was. We're coming up to about lap 18 now. As you can see, this was the moment I fucked up. I was under the impression that I wasn't going to have enough fuel for the rest of the race, so I pitted in, and it caused me to lose all my spaces. I went from position 5 all the way back to position 13, and that's where I pretty much stayed for the rest of the race. I made the mistake. It turned out I had plenty of fuel to keep me going for the rest of the race, and that pit stop did nothing for me except for losing me the spot. But anyway, this is jumping forward towards the last couple of laps, and I was just catching up to the guy in front of me. This is the guy, I think, for 11th place. This was doing some fantastic driving. However, I was pulling in very quickly. I was pulling in a second a lap. And as you can see, look, I was here, and this was the third my big mistake. I cut that corner far too deeply, and I got a 5-second speed penalty. And considering this was the second to last lap, I knew that was that then. I was not getting past him then. So yeah, this is the final lap, the final little section. Yeah, it was a fantastic race. I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I'm so glad that I got to know these guys and got to have a chance to race with them, because they are brilliant, honestly, fantastic races. So yeah, that's really all I have to say. I will be, next Saturday is the next race, so the next one should be coming up next weekend at some point. Coming on to the final stretch now, I'm just going to say goodbye. Okay, thank you for watching.